What's up, G-Show land, and welcome to another episode of the G-Show podcast. I am G1, and you know what time it is. This is the Geek Out. And man, oh man, oh man, oh man, am I happy to be here today, because there is so much to talk about. We've got Alien Earth trailers. We got Predators, Killers of Killers. Or do we? We've got news on Clayface and what the hell's going on over there. We got a certain special purple big guy coming to 4K, which is kind of crazy. Anthony jumps in and says, "Yo, what up, Anthony? Good to see you." We got a lot of other things to talk about, especially Michael Bay and Superman. What? Oh, but before we do that, you know what it is. Let's introduce you to the co-hosts, the cohorts. Starting, of course, with my brother from the great state of the tri-state, because that is a thing. Shin Rob Jira, a.k.a. Robbie Butterfuka over there.
Robbie Butterfuka over here without a beard. That's perfectly fine. What's going on, ladies and gents? Thank you for joining us for what's sure to be one hell of a clusterfuck of a podcast. So strap in, get yourself a snack, drink of your choice, and enjoy.
Enjoy indeed. Also joining us, my sib from another crib. I gotta say, taking time to shout him out. Happy Pride Month. Gam Z1. I love you. How you doing?
Happy Pride Month, everyone out there. What up, world of the internet? We are here to talk nerd shit. And by God, we're going to do it.
By God, we're going to do it. And last but not least, joining us, it's my bro from Idaho, JR. Wait a minute, that's not true. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, you see JR got himself in a little bit of a pickle, okay? Because his house was raided the other day by ICE agents, and they took him to Texas, and they threw him in jail because he broke the Texas ban, having too many scantily clad anime girl statues. So, JR, don't worry. We got the crowdfunding raise or whatever the hell. We got to go. We're coming to get you, JR. We're going to punch you out, JR. We're going to punch you out. That's not true. That's a lie. But joining us for the first time ever in G-Show history, we've got someone who I met through Rob and JR. From the state where LeBron calls home, we got Alex. What's going on, brother?
Out at the end, till the fight till the end for Ohio. Screw you, Michigan. I had to do that. Hey, it's yeah. I didn't have a funny bit. That's kind of all I had. I'm the only one here who's legally not allowed to drink, so I got sparkling water.
Sparkling water. Well, again, you know what they say in the show business. Time to get this show on the road.
Oh God.
Or whatever. Let's get to it, because the first thing I do want to talk about is something that I am fucking confused about. And that is, Michael Flanagan confirms that DC Studios is reworking his Clayface script and says whoever the filmmaker is will need to make the script their own. So I got a question for you guys. Feet of clay or defeated clay? There's the first crack of the day. Talk to me, Rob. I know you. You know what, Rob? No, don't talk to me. I'm gonna start with the newbie.
Please do.
Yeah.
Cool, because I don't know anything. So this is the first time I'm actually hearing the news.
Ladies and gentlemen, I gave him the rundown.
He did. Don't worry.
You're supposed to go over the rundown.
I did.
And anything they don't do, don't know, they brush up on. That's how the show works, Alex.
Okay, so I'm going to look at this from a filmmaking perspective.
Very good.
As someone who is currently attending college for film, my lady, what the, why? Reworking, why would you work someone's entire, I assume that this individual loves Clayface in DC. I don't understand any of this, because it's some of this, this goes without saying, the most passionate people making your films makes the best like adaptations. Look at Takashi Yamazaki and Godzilla -1, or I don't know, Superman by James Gunn. I'm just calling it now. Superman's gonna be cinema. Like, why are we doing this? Like, fellas.
Games. Let me ask you, what do you think of this? That all of a sudden DC is reworking this Clayface movie.
Yeah, It may stand a chance that James Gunn might be a little over his head trying to juggle an entire universe all by himself, because from what everybody has been saying from the grapevine and whatnot, this was a solid script. So to just up and rework it out of the blue, I have a feeling that they're probably going to aim for a PG-13 rating now rather than an R rating, which is going to be very disappointing if that's the case. Because yes, the PG-13 rating will have wider appeal, but it won't be as hard-hitting at all.
Yes and no. I definitely agree with them. Bringing down that R rating is not the way to go in my eyes, especially when you have a writer-director like Michael Flanagan, who is,
the GOAT.
Yeah, known for this body horror stuff. I mean, other than Steven Soderbergh, was it Soderbergh? Whoever did The Fly and those great movies from the 80s. Other than that, Cronenberg, Soderbergh. Oh, way off. Cronenberg. This is the modern day version, and you got the modern day maestro of this. With it's very disappointing. But on the flip side to that, it being PG could work if they would have kept it to his original plan, which was doing an adaptation of this, Feet of Clay, which is one of the greatest episodes of Batman the Animated Series. So, Rob, I'll ask you, is this a Feet of Clay or Defeated Clay?
I'm going to be straight up with you. I ain't feeling this. I'm not. Because beyond Feet of Clay being one of the greatest episodes of Batman the Animated Series ever, it's also one of the greatest animated episodes of an animated series ever. You look back on this and you probably be scratching your head thinking, how the fuck was this made back then? But what makes this worse? Let's take a look at Mikey Flanagan, all right? He's got feature films like Oculus, Hush, which just got released from fucking Netflix's grips and has been put into the Criterion Collection. Before I Wake, Ouija, Origin of Evil, which is the only good movie in that fucking franchise, Gerald's Game, Doctor Sleep, Life of Chuck coming out this fucking year and getting all the goddamn love in the world. We have a man who has done so much in a very short amount of time, to the point where Stephen King basically says, I don't want anybody touching movie scripts with my name on it unless it's him. You got that guy to essentially adapt one of the greatest animated episodes of an animated series ever into a movie. And you're giving it to the guy who made Eden Lake, The Woman in Black, which wasn't that bad, Bastille Day, and last year's Speak No Evil. I'm not very I'm not feeling it. I am not feeling it whatsoever. I normally I want to be positive. I really do. But yeah, I don't think so, bro. I think this is Defeat of Clay, to be completely honest. I think we're getting too far from the fucking mothership here.
Yeah, it is definitely disappointing in that regard, especially with this, because it's like, yeah, you do have somebody that's making these freaking movies, and Dr. Sleep was fantastic. I love that movie.
Absolutely.
And again, yeah, his whole basis, the script that he wrote was based off of Feet of Clay. You take Batman out of there, you can absolutely make a solo Clayface movie without Batman at all. Just the story of Matt Garrigan. Was it Matt Garrigan? No, I did it again. That is motherfucking Scorpion or Venom, however you want to call him. But you could take this character and just have his plight of being a failing actor and trying to find a way to rejuvenate his career. And then you meet Roland Daggett and you get the thing all up in your, I was gonna say the thing all up in your face. That's terrible. But basically that's what happens. Rub-a-dub-dub. You scrub with the wrong thing and you turn into this gigantic monster. And I love it. I'm afraid, and this is where I go with what Gam Gam said. I'm afraid that maybe this cohesive universe James Gunn was talking about might be slipping through the cracks. Not what he thought it was going to be, because something like Clayface, right? They want it to be a standalone thing or whatever, but he also wants everything to be in the same universe. But at the same time, you've got a Clayface played by Alan Tudyk on the animated shows like Poison Ivy or the Harley Quinn show and Creature Commandos. Which one works? Do you want goofy comedy Clayface, or are we going to get downright serious and horrific Clayface? There was a touch of that in Creature Commandos. There was a creepy hardcore killer Clayface in that show where he fucks Rick Flag up. But I in that regard, I tend to agree with Gam Gams. What are we doing here, James Gunn? And I do want to talk about that for a second too. I want to touch upon this. Alex, you said Superman's going to be peak cinema.
Oh God, I'm calling it now. If it's not, I will. I'll send you guys $1 each. How about that?
That sounds good to me. I'm not going to deny that. I really want it to be good. I'm afraid. I am getting afraid. I really, really am. The more I see for this movie, there is a lot going on here. And I get it. I don't need Superman's origin story no more. We all know who Superman is. Crying out loud. That makes sense. We don't got to do that again. Let's just drop him into the middle of the DC universe as it stands. There's a Justice Gang or Justice, whatever you want to call them. There's metahumans around. We're going to be fighting the Abominable Snowman, a giant kaiju, Ultraman apparently, and not the Ultraman from Japan, the Ultraman from another universe, the evil version of Superman, the Engineer, Lex Luthor in his battle. So there's so much going on. And I'm afraid that it might be too much going on. And yes, some of the reviews, early screenings are positive. Then there are also a couple of them that are kind of like, yes, a lot happening. And that's what scares me. I saw something earlier today or late last night, where it said, depending on how well Superman does is where they decide to go with the next solo movie. Not by solo, one of the other two, Wonder Woman or Batman. But then you look at Matt Reeves hanging out in the corner, like, what's going on with the Batman Part 2? We're in trouble here, right? Like, they say they got something or they're working on something, but then we flip and see all this other stuff, and it's just like, what are we doing? Why are we doing? So I'll ask this question. Rob, do you feel that James Gunn might have bit off more than he can chew?
Honestly, I genuinely don't know. I really don't. Because, I mean, we don't even have a movie out yet, technically. We've got a couple animated shows, and that's pretty much it. At this point, I don't know the major, reasoning for a decision such as this. I mean, there is such thing as getting a great script and then a director coming in and doing what he wants to do, sure. I don't agree with it happening here, but I don't think this is a sign of Gunn being over his head. I mean, when it comes to a Superman film, it's like, yeah, the movie could have a lot going on, but there are movies throughout all of cinematic history that manage to do a lot and not make you feel like you're about to get motion sickness walking out of the theater.
You got Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
No. Anyway. God damn it. But it's too early to tell for me personally. I mean, between projects getting canceled and, this happening with Clayface, he might be the head of DC, but he's not the head of Warner Bros.
That is true.
So, and as we've seen more than a few times in the past, WB can be fucking stupid. So I reserve judgment for now.
WB.
Is David Zelensky still the CEO
I
of
think so.
Warner Bros.? Yeah, then yeah, they have definitely a history of being dumb.
Yeah, Warner Brothers. WB. Worried bitches.
The CEO is still David Zlakniar suck my wiener.
Yeah,
All right,
whatever the fuck, however the fuck you pronounce that.
Zaslav.
I'm gonna jump into the comments real quick. Anthony, if you're a part of the Discord, hit me up in a private message. At the G show, we'll make it happen. Just not today, but we'll definitely schedule something. Anthony says, I think Clayface fits more in this over-the-top universe that James Gunn is trying to set up than what people were trying to force a square peg into a round hole, trying to put him in the Batman universe. That's fair. That's fair. Anthony disagrees with us a little bit. He doesn't think James Gunn is a little over his skis. He thinks he already knows. Anthony thinks Gunn already knows what he wants to do. And I don't think Clayface is it. Or doesn't be a part of it. It isn't a part of it. I don't think anything wrong with the movie. I think Matt Reeves might have to step away because of health issues. He doesn't really need to direct the next movie. And Anthony says it's weird. He's more excited for Supergirl than he is for Superman. Maybe I'm so tired of seeing Superman in live action. Another fair assessment. I cannot lie. I'm only excited about Supergirl to see Lobo. I'm going to be honest. And actually, I'm lying. I like Millie Alcock. I can't. That's a name. But I like her.
I mean, anything would be better than the CW show.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, remember, it started on CBS, and then CBS was like, okay, one and done. And then
it went to the CW, and it joined the Arrowverse, and
it was like, we got an idea. We're going to do Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Why?
Listen, I got to see Kevin Conroy as live action broken Batman, and I was all for it. But yeah, and Ezra Miller pop up in there. So that was pretty cool too. Nice little crossover. If only he didn't go crazy.
If only.
Yeah, if only.
All right, well, I guess I'll ask Alex. Do you think James Gunn is in over his head? If I didn't ask you already.
So I'm gonna say no. I think James Gunn will be able to pull off this, and I feel maybe I'm just giving it a benefit. I think like any filmmaker with the right like storytelling and just everything. I feel like it's every. Hold on. Everything can be a mess. Trust me. Everything can be a mess. Everything can go down the drain. Everything can go poop. But I feel like that having like the Green Lantern and the kaiju and like it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's too much. It feels like okay, this is a different. It's like we're getting like again, we're not getting Superman origin story. We're getting this, and I feel like when it comes to Clayface, you know, I do kind of wish that we got like, or hopefully there's things pulled behind the scenes. We're gonna be able to get this darker version of Clayface because I like seeing like darker iterations of, or like more quote unquote realistic versions of characters. One of my favorite movies is The Batman by Matt Reeves.
Yeah. Jump into the chat real quick. Anthony says, I believe the next show before the next Batman movie for Matt Reeves is going to be a Gotham PD show or show based around Harvey Dent showing him trying to clean up the Gotham DA's office. I love both of those. I love both of those ideas, especially a Gotham PD or like a legitimate, what was it called? Gotham's, yeah, I think it was Gotham PD. Anyhow, that was a great book, and I would love to see it. Anthony says, when it comes to Batman and Wonder Woman, with how successful the absolute universe is, and it is successful, those two runs are going to influence the next Batman and Wonder Woman movie. I could see that. You know what? Honestly, I I'm going to push back a little bit, and this is a great conversation, Anthony, that definitely get at me in the Discord so we can schedule you, because this is something I want to come back to. This, as a matter of fact, Anthony, you can join the next Comics Cons, okay, if you want to talk some comic books, because I would love to discuss that with you. I do not believe the absolute universes are going to influence anything that James Gunn is working towards, because it seems that James Gunn's universe is definitely more lighthearted. And that absolute universe, definitely not lighthearted. That Wonder Woman shit is fucking fantastic. I love it.
You're not at all on that absolute universe comparison. Goodness gracious.
Guys,
But I would love an adaptation of that as as like an animated thing. Oh, that'd be great.
Guys, I think we need Zack Snyder back. Kidding.
No. No.
But wait, that's coming. And Anthony says, can we even ground the character like Clayface to work within the Matt Reeves universe? I believe you can. I absolutely believe you can, because the case of mistaken identities. And that's something that really worked with that episode, Feet of Clay. You remember what it was it that episode too, where he like busted in on Lucius Fox and as Bruce Wayne, and Lucius Fox was scared shit of him from that point on, scared of Bruce Wayne. It just, you can do so much and it'll work. It would work. But all right, last licks on this topic.
I think that like you can have like quote unquote like silly concepts like work in like a much grounded and like realistic setting. Hold your horses, Rob. Shin Godzilla, especially when he shoots the lasers out of his back. If that was in any other Toho movie, I think we would like, if like especially in the show era, I feel like we would laugh and like, oh my god, it's like so like funny, or like, but like within like it's like it all results within context. Like something can happen that is like apparently quote unquote silly and goofy, but it can still work like regarding like the tone and like the build up and the lead up, like that one scene from Shin Godzilla.
I agree. I mean, for crying out loud, we're getting a giant kaiju in Superman, and we're also getting baby Metamorphos. It's like, yeah, you're absolutely right. But that also works to James Gunn's quirkiness.
Yeah.
And that also works to James Gunn. Well, since Alex let the cat out of the bag, I mean, I guess it's time. Let's just get into it. Oh, shit. Okay, are you kidding me or what? Possibly one of the, whoa, what the fuck is going on news this week? Shin Godzilla is coming back for one day only in theaters in glorious 4K. And then outside of that, a 4K steelbook, I hope it's steelbook, release of the movie down the line. I mean, isn't it beautiful to be a Godzilla fan in this day and age? Because never in my wildest dreams would I have thought America would be in this place where there's a Godzilla movie. It seems coming out every fucking year. And I love it. And I fucking love it. Rob, you broke this news. You start off.
Yeah, so we're getting Shin Godzilla in 4K, which has a couple of people little confused because the US release for Shin Godzilla was as close to 4K as you could possibly get. So I don't know how 4K it's going to be. I really don't know what's going on here. I know we're getting some subtitle fixes and all that good stuff. That's great. I love that. It's being done by G-Kids, which is really, really fun and really interesting because they just handled Neon Genesis Evangelion a couple years back. Thank God there won't be a dub coming with this because that Funimation dub is garbage. And I'm gonna be upfront. I'm going to see this because I wanted to see Shin Godzilla more than the time that I saw it in theaters. And I'm obviously going to be picking this up, but this is just like such a fun moment for somebody like me because Shin Godzilla is my favorite Godzilla. It's my favorite Godzilla movie. And getting to see that again in theaters, even if it's just for a day, I mean, it's going to be great, I feel. And I really hope G Kids are able to do a couple of different editions of it like they did with Neon Genesis Evangelion, because I mean, yeah, I have Shin Godzilla 3 times in my collection. I can use a 4th. I hope they toss orthochromatic in there, because that would be a great little feature to have.
Didn't they do that though? Didn't they have like a black and white version of Godzilla, a Shin Godzilla?
Yeah, but never came out in the U.S.
Ah, gotcha.
It wasn't as prestigious as that of -1, so we didn't get that U.S. release. Also, I'm pretty sure the company that originally had distribution for Shin Godzilla got bought out and is now dead. So I don't think they could have put anything together at that point in time. So there's a contributing factor.
Wow.
It could be worse. It could be cracking releasing. Oh my god.
Oh, it's better than nothing.
That is better than nothing. Listen, I still love my Return to Godzilla cracking releasing, but if Criterion is telling me something, then I'm picking up a faint signal. Gams.
Yeah.
Would you, if it's playing locally, are you going to see it in theaters? And would you buy this 4K when it comes out?
Oh, you know it. I've been in need of a new Shin Godzilla Blu-ray for a while. So I am very excited for this new home release, and I am also very excited for this theatrical release if it indeed does get to my area. Because, ladies and gentlemen, being in such a backwater town with such a garbage theater, let's be honest here, that it's a miracle when a screen even works in that theater in my mall. It's terrible. We didn't get -1. I had to drive an hour out from Butte, Montana to Bozeman, Montana in order to see -1. Now we got -color, which was cool. I went to go see that locally. That was a fun time. But you know, it's kind of just really dumb, the fact that it took until -color came out for my local theater to finally start playing -1, to jump on that bandwagon. The company's called Golden Ticket. There's only a very select few of these of this company out in the United States, and I don't have a very good impression of them. Let's be honest.
You say that, it's kind of crazy. If it's like a not as known theater chain throughout the United States,
yeah,
should be playing movies like this. They should be getting, foreign films in their theaters and shit. And every now and then, if they know that, the next Avengers movie or Superman coming up is going to be, bucks, throw it in there. But on a Thursday, a random Thursday in August, why not throw Shin Godzilla in 4K in there?
Why not? Well, I mean, I don't even know if our screens are 4K capable at all, because getting on a very big digress here, this theater has exchanged like 3 hands since I moved here. It was a Regal Cinema, then it got turned into an AMC, and then Golden Ticket bought it out a few years after that. And when Golden Ticket bought it, they promised sweeping changes, fixing the screens up, putting in a full like actual food menu with like a food court and all that, and sit down and watch the movie with a meal, and they have done nothing at all.
Fuck.
The screens are now worse than ever. Like, which movie was it? There was a movie that I went to that literally the screen just started buzzing and the picture froze and we had to leave and they gave us our money back.
Wow.
That's wild.
That's insanity, man. You need Sin Mark up in there.
We do.
You do.
AMC back. You need AMC back.
Because honestly, I'll wait for the 4K to come out. I'll probably buy that, especially if it's a dope ass steelbook.
Yeah, like if it doesn't come to my local theater, then unfortunately I don't need to go see Shin Godzilla in theaters because I own Shin Godzilla and I've seen it a billion times already.
If it doesn't come locally to your theater that day, we'll have a watch party.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be 10 out of 10.
I can't do that. As much as I want. I did promise that the next time I watch that movie would be with Rob. So that's how it's gotta end.
So you got to come to New Jersey.
I got to go to New Jersey. Yeah, I'm going to Jersey. I'm going to the great state of the tri-state. We're gonna have the dope pizza. We're gonna have the pasta that don't fucking spill out into the bag.
Goddamn right.
Let me get some Chinese food. Oh God, yes. And I'm gonna buy a pack of Newports just because I'm in New York. Alex, I asked this question to everybody who's ever joined this podcast, but it's usually the Godzilla Block Party is where I ask this question. If you were a first time on the Godzilla Block Party, this question gets asked. But since we're talking about it here on the Geek Out, and it's your first time, you get your cherry popped. What is your take on Shin Godzilla? And will you be going to see this if it's playing locally?
So my take on Shin Godzilla, let me think. I think it's like one of the best Godzilla movies ever. What people don't know about me is that Shin Godzilla was my first Godzilla movie. This is the film that exposed me to Godzilla. And it may or may not become my personality up until King of the Monsters, but we don't talk about that. I think that this re-release is going to be, to say if it's going to play locally, I might not see it because I will be in New Jersey when this comes out. I'm seeing this movie with the Shin Godzilla fanboy himself, Rob. Actually, me and my girlfriend, shout out Cheryl, love you. We're both excited to go to the tri-state area with the
great
pizza,
state of the tri-state.
The great state of the tri-state area with the pizza and the pasta, and I will not be buying. And I will not be buying a pack of Newports. Instead, I'll be buying something from the Tamashii Nation store. But no, I'm really excited. I'm really excited because I wish I saw this in theaters, and the fact this is going to be my chance. Not only am I going to be seeing it with my lovely girlfriend, hey, shout out Cheryl, love you. I'm going to be seeing it with the dude who is the biggest Shin Godzilla fanboy, and I can't wait to walk out of the theater and just look at him dead, and I go, that shit was ass.
Wow. That transfer sucked.
God, I hope not.
Good God, right? Could you imagine? Oh, I can't.
This would break my fucking heart.
Absolutely.
At this point, when I do watch this, if I don't watch it any other time, this will be my 30th viewing of the film.
Huh. Only 30? Goddamn.
How many times have you seen it?
I lost count.
Listen.
I've lost count as well.
When you start watching these certain movies, bro, you don't stop watching them.
I love Shin Godzilla. I have 2 of the SH Monster Arts. One of them I sold to Rob, and it may not be my favorite incarnation of Godzilla. Unpopular opinion, that goes to the Monsterverse, but I love Shin Godzilla, and I am so hyped for this. I'm gonna be like in there in my seat, and if there's 2 showings that day, Rob, hear me out.
You buy it.
We're gonna go see it twice, and we're gonna freeball it. I'm gonna get fat. I'm gonna get like fat with pizza. I'm gonna sneak a whole pizza in there.
Well, depending on the theater, you might not need to sneak a pizza in there.
Yeah, for real.
If any of my employers is watching this, you did not hear anything from me.
Listen, that right there is automatic. He's suspect number one in case Rob does disappear. So Gams, we know, God forbid, on the 14th of August, if Rob don't show up for work that Friday, and by work I mean the G Show podcast, right? Rob don't show up for work that Friday. Alex, we coming for you. Insert slang bad terminology there.
Poggers.
Let me get to the comments before I already said my take. I'm not I would buy it on 4K. I will not necessarily go out to the theaters to go see it in 4K. But again, I also said next time I see it's going to be with Rob because that's going to be a fun time. Let me get to the comments real quick. And then I apologize, people. JR's usually reading the comments, so all I have to do is click a button. Because I was reading the comments, I forgot I had to click the button to put the comments on the screen. So, Anthony, I apologize with all my heart. So, real quick, we'll go to the last topic, which was the comics. When it comes to the Court of Owls, would you rather have that be in Matt Reeves' universe, or could that work under James Gunn's universe? Both, but honestly, I think that fits in Matt Reeves' universe really, really well.
Yes.
I would totally dig that. I don't know if the talent works there, but the Court of Owls itself, definitely. I don't know about resurrecting dead men. But then again, if Clayface works, then fuck it. Anthony, what is the price of this 4K release of Shin Godzilla? I'm going to look for it because I've heard great things from people, but I want to watch it for myself to give my own opinions. Definitely watch it for yourself. Give your own opinions. It's a definite thing. Rob, what do you think this 4K edition would go for? 29?
Yeah, 29. And if they do other editions, it's going to probably skirt from 29 to 100 to almost 200. If it gets that Neon Genesis Evangelion treatment.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
That. It would also require Toho to relinquish, hopefully, some of the bonus features from that 3-disc that they put out in Japan after the movie came out. So,
yes, and I would love some better subtitles than what's available like on the digital platforms. Like I have mine on Vudu/Fandango at home digitally, and the subtitles are okay, but
that's part of the whole 4K remaster. They're redoing all the subtitles. They're fixed. They're remastering like the fucking text on the screen that covers the screen. Yes, everything got reworked.
Nice.
You know, one of my biggest beefs of that movie was like, stop telling me you're in a fucking elevator. I fucking hated that. I was,
You're in an elevator. Did you know that?
But Anthony says, guys, what movie are you gonna see in IMAX? F1 or the new Jurassic Park? Listen, man, it's the G Show. It's a geek out, bro. It's always gonna be a dinosaur movie over a car movie. Sorry, Fast and Furious or F1, but that's just it. Also, I read a really interesting article today about the $400 million movies that are coming out this month, or not this month, this summer. F1 apparently cost $300+ million to make. I think it was almost $400 million. I think it was like $390. Whereas Jurassic Park Rebirth cost to make. And Rob said it perfectly in the chat when Brother Chase in our Facebook Messenger. You get the man to make, fucking a fruit salad out of just grapes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that makes the most sense. And whatever that budget went to in Jurassic World Rebirth, you can see it in the trailer. And it's fucking fantastic. So, yeah. I'm going to say Jurassic Park for me, but I'm not going to speak for everybody here. Gams?
Jurassic World. Come on now. I've been. This is the most hype I've been for a Jurassic World movie since the first one.
Huh, wow. That's true.
In Gareth we trust. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Alex, F1.
As the normal person here who likes sports and beer all the time, I'm so excited for F1 because goddamn cars go vroom and makes my manlyhood. It's Jurassic World. Who's like it's Gareth Edwards directing a Jurassic World movie. Who wouldn't be excited? Like
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson, the Queen, who should have had a better Black Widow movie. She, it's gonna be like it's Jurassic. Like this is the first time I'm actually hype about a Jurassic Park World movie.
Yeah.
I did watch them. I thought they were pretty good. I'm not that much into dinosaurs. But I'm excited because it's Gareth Mother effing Edwards.
You can curse, don't worry, it's fine.
Motherfucking Edwards.
There you go.
Like it's Gareth motherfucking Edwards, who the king, the goat, the dude who made the best Star Wars film. Second best Godzilla Monsterverse movie.
He's getting chucked.
Doherty takes number one.
He's definitely getting kicked the fuck off. It's over, Prime. Rob, what about you? Is it F1?
Yeah, F1 those fucking tickets. I'm going to see Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm supporting Uncle Gareth, bro. Get the fuck out of here. I supported him 11 times in theaters for Godzilla 2014, supported him twice for Rogue One, supported him not at all in the movie theater for the creator because nobody wanted to go see it with me, but I bought it on the highest edition possible. I'm going to support him again for Jurassic World. Bro's hopping, bro.
Yeah.
He goes from Godzilla to Star Wars to Jurassic. Like, bro, just give him the next Indiana Jones movie after this.
Fuck, you stole it right out my mouth. See, great minds think alike. I was about to say that. Do Indiana Jones next.
Honestly, he should, because
Indiana Jones is a video game character now.
No. Not Harrison Ford. And not Chris Pratt.
No, definitely not Chris Pratt. I think if that franchise needs anything, it's a smaller budget, not Harrison Ford, and just a total goddamn refresh.
That's it. You just start it over. Everything has happened.
I think
Everything has happened. Do it.
Gareth would actually be good if we give him the 007.
I'd be fine with that. But I will say I would be a little worried. Because Rogue One, huge, sprawling, absolutely. Godzilla, same. Jurassic fucking World Rebirth, same. James Bond is like...
It's a very personal story. Yeah.
It's not even that it's personal, but it's like you have to do a lot for a James Bond movie.
I got it. Hear me out. James Bond versus robots. It's right up Garrett's wheelhouse. He just did The Creator. There's robots all in there, right? We know he can make a good war movie. We've seen Star Wars Rogue One, right?
We saw The Creator.
You know what I would like Gareth Edwards to do? Just randomly out of the blue.
Street Sharks.
No, I would like him to make a sequel to District 9.
Hey! Only one person can touch that, and his name is Neil Blomkamp. That's it. Because I've been waiting forever and ever and ever and ever.
As have I, and I've given up hope on Neil touching it ever again. So Gareth is the next best thing.
Wait. Gareth Edwards directing an American adaptation of One Piece.
No.
Yeah, let's.
We got that already. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some comments again. Anthony, I want to give you massive props for hooking us up with all these comments. I like Gareth Edwards, but the disappointment of the last two movies has even toned down my hype for this Rebirth movie for Jurassic World. Last two movies was Creator, and I'll give you that. It was good, but the trailers really lied to me.
I think your bro's talking about the Jurassic World movies.
Okay, but like that's different though. That's different.
I thought Dominion was good.
This is Gareth Edwards. This is not Colin Trevorrow.
Yeah. And here's Anthony saying, do you guys think Captain America Brave New World would have been more successful with Garrett's? Nope. I don't think Gareth Edwards would have done that movie, period.
No. Gareth would be selling his soul if he went to the MCU.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's not doing that at all.
I liked the movie.
It's not bad. It's boring. That's what I said.
I was entertained.
Uh-oh. Stop! Rob, not now. There's plenty of that tomorrow. Fuck, Rob, don't tell me that shit.
I'm sorry, it's eating at me now.
Is it gonna be a fighting game? Fuck.
I don't know.
Tell Chase to stop talking in the chat.
It's not Chase.
Oh God. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see we are in competition with the fucking E3 or the game show that's formerly known as E3, but I push on because fuck that shit. If it was E3, then maybe I'd be like, I digress. But a Wu-Tang game's coming out. What? Is ODB?
Wu-Tang?
Come
I'm
on.
gonna pretend I know what that is.
Oh my God. All right.
Wu-Tang Rise
Captain
of the
America, I don't
Deceiver.
think I don't think Gareth would have done it. Amazon getting the full rights to James Bond. I like it. I don't mind it. And last but not least, Gareth would never do a Street Fighter movie. Ever. And JR, free from his shackles in Texas, says the last Gem State Comic-Con panel is going up on YouTube right now. See, he's trying to fucking counter what's the word I'm looking for?
Shell?
Counter program us. Get out of here, JR, with your Gem State. You should be here instead of wherever you are right now. That's all I'm saying. But,
Yeah.
But I digress. That's one. All right. Let's move on to the next topic. And this one, all right, let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun here because fucking talking about Warner Brothers are eyeing Michael Bay to direct a new Superman film starring Henry Cavill back in 2022. Bullet dodged or missed opportunity. Thank you, Rob, for that quote. I was definitely using it.
You're welcome. Yeah.
So, I'm going to start with you, Alex. Since you're the resident, since you're new and you are going to film school, you're a little film major over here. What do you think?
It's a mixed bag for me because I personally, like, not film major wise, I think Michael Bay is very good at spectacle. I think he is a very energetic and fun director. With that being said, bro doesn't know how to write a story, or like bro doesn't know how to convey a story. Transformers last night. I mean, he didn't really care about that movie, so but like, I must say, bullet dodged on this one. As much respect as I give the man, I don't think he would have done as again. I'm not a Snyder bro. I'm not that much of a comic book nerd, or superhero nerd, unless it's MHA. But this, I think, was a bullet dodge. I just don't see it. I just don't think he would have taken Superman out of all things. Superman. Maybe he would have, but like, I'm glad we didn't get this because I feel like he would have done something akin to like how the Transformers were, or how his characters normally are in his films with Superman. And I don't, and again, I just come from someone who doesn't like Zack Snyder's version of Superman. I love Henry Cavill; he's great at it, and I was actually really sad to see him go. But I don't think this would have been a good movie. It would have been fun. It would have been energetic and entertaining, and I would have said, "Yeah, I liked it." But yeah, I don't think so. a bullet dodge.
All right, games.
I'm going to say missed opportunity. And hear me out, right? The missed opportunity of that premise, because it's would have been the already established Snyderverse, Henry Cavill is Superman, whatever her name was is Lois Lane, etc., right? Then, how is he going to inject his favorite actress into it? We missed the opportunity of Megan Fox being Supergirl, all right?
Thank fucking Christ for that.
Yeah, no, I
would have think more along the lines of Lex Luthor, but that's great.
Megan Fox as Lex Luthor.
Yes.
Peak casting.
Mercy Graves. I would have done it.
Oh my God.
But in all seriousness, yeah, bullet dodged.
Okay.
Because Michael Bay, just like Zack Snyder, he might have an eye for action, but that's about it. His storytelling is trash. No, the DCEU would have been even more deader in the water had this movie have actually came out. And you know what? It's going to be fine because we're going to get Warhammer with Henry Cavill now.
And
so
Voltron.
And Voltron. So 10 out of 10. Cavill don't need DC.
Cavill. You know what Cavill needs?
Listen, I'll tell you right now.
Full creative
just
control
wait.
over Warhammer.
James Gunn ain't fucking her. James Gunn is he's got the wool pulled over our eyes. That Ultraman in that Superman movie is Henry Cavill. Mark my words. Mark my fucking words.
I can see it.
Rob, what do you think? Bullet dodged or missed opportunity?
Well, like Alex and Gams have already said, Michael Bay is a great director. He's got an eye for spectacle, but other than that, the man ain't great at things that make Superman great, I would say. Beyond the action, beyond the punching, beyond the fighting, I think we would have gotten a very technically action-based movie that probably would have been comparable to that of Milquetoast when it comes to characters and story, the whole 9 yards. And for anybody saying it's a good idea or we missed out, that's perfectly fine. But I don't need Superman ripping somebody's face off claiming, "Give me your face." I don't need Michael Bay doing what he did to Optimus to happen to Superman.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, fucking war criminal Prime, fine. It's a thing that happened. Yeah, whatever. Desperation of the moment, whatever the fuck you want to cope with. I don't care. No. This is a bullet dodged, I feel. Again, would have been technically fucking amazing. The action would have been, oh my God, the cheese would have that perfect brown roast to it. It would have been great.
Ooh.
But everything other, no. Absolutely the fuck not.
G1, what is your opinion?
This is probably my favorite fucking topic of the night.
He's going to say missed opportunity.
I think it's a missed opportunity. What? Swear to God. Listen to me. Hear me out. Rob, Gams, especially you, Gams. You motherfuckers know how much I love Transformers.
Yep.
And how much that franchise means to me. And yeah, sometimes I'll lie and say the reason why I'm called G1 is because of the fantastic G1 cartoon. I love Transformers. I hated what Michael Bay did to the Transformers. I fucking can't stand it. Everybody knows that when I watch King of the Monsters, what do I say is the worst thing about it? The Michael Bay jokes, right? Oh, God. But hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not looking at Michael Bay from the Transformers. I'm not even looking at Michael Bay from Bad Boys 2 or even Bad Boys 1. I'm looking at
Armageddon.
I'm looking at Pearl Harbor. I'm looking at shit like that, right? I'm looking at something that gets that, hear me out, that American spirit flowing. And who is nothing but, back then, truth, justice, and the American way. And I think Michael Bay would have went back to that version of himself, right? And used that as the spirit of Superman. Now,
I mean, if we go that route, then we could have potentially had something like a live action version of All-Star Superman.
All-Star Superman, right there. And if you were to do that, that's why I'm saying it's a missed opportunity, because yes, I agree with everything all of y'all said, right? And I hate Michael Bay for what he did to my Transformers. I really do. I fucking know. Although, let's be for real here, that third movie, the end of the third movie is a spectacle upon itself. That is fun to watch. but it lacks. That whole series lacks, and the jokes are fucking terrible. And you kill Jazz, the greatest Transformer after Optimus Prime, Autobot, after Optimus Prime. In the first movie, it was Rise of the Beast. Thank you, Rise of the Beast. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what they say. Thank you, Wu-Tang Forever.
Okay.
But Michael Bay, I think, would have went back to that shit that he was literally propaganda. Michael Bay. Propaganda, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in a very pro-American way. Using the whole idea. I mean, think about it. Like in Armageddon, and I seen that shit. The last time I seen it was a long time ago. But wasn't that like an all-American crew that went up to space to save the world? Right? Not just America, the world. Aerosmith singing the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's perfect. And Pearl Harbor, I mean, like, yo, you really brought out that American spirit in Pearl Harbor. You see, like, it was good. He has a knack for it. Even in Bad Boys 1 and 2, it's there. It is there. Now, those movies ain't Lethal Weapon, okay? The first two Lethal Weapon movies, but it's there. He has a sort of charm outside of his stupid, bombastic, the craziness. But all that, and then having it be Superman, the greatest metahuman in the DC, it's fucking Superman. Oh my God. And granted, you probably would have had Brainiac be the villain, right? Which I wouldn't have mind. Or you do All-Star Superman. I would not mind. But I really think it was a missed opportunity because here's the deal. I loved what Zack Snyder did with Man of Steel. Absolutely loved that movie. And that was in 2013. 2022, right after COVID? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what the fuck? James Gunn just made a fucking the Suicide Squad. I know what this is all leading up to. This was gonna lead up to. I know why this is a thing. Holy shit! It just hit me. I know why this is a thing. Because the last time we saw Henry Cavill in the DC EU was at the ending of Black Adam. All right, and we can say Zack Snyder's Justice League and all, but that didn't come out in theaters and all that stuff. Rob, stop! Holy shit! What? Fuck! I'm about to change everything. Sorry. The Rock was making that movie with Pain and Gain with Michael Bay.
Oh, yeah.
So The Rock wanted to fight Henry Cavill on screen, and Black Adam came out in like, what, 2021? So this is The Rock's doing. This is the final boss doing this shit. This was The Rock's whole idea. Guarantee fucking T. Because The Rock was in Warner Brothers here at that time. And then James Gunn came along and said, yeah, you know what? We're not doing none of that shit. Sorry, Rock. You're no longer a part of this thing. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what this is. So you know what? I'm changing my answer to Bullet Dodged. Because it would have been Dwayne The Rock Johnson calling the shots here so he can make fucking Superman look weak in front of Black Adam. And I understand why, because Black Adam has magic, and outside of kryptonite, magic is the only other thing that can seriously hurt Superman unless it's a broken heart, and we know how injustice goes. So yeah, no, Bullet dodged. But if the Black Adam movie never happened and The Rock had nothing to do, this shit just literally right now in real time made me think about this. This has all The Rock's fucking inner workings on it. If that wasn't the case, it's a missed opportunity. But because there's no doubt in my mind that The Rock is not behind this, nah, Bullet dodged. I did not want to see that because The Rock would not have relinquished. The Rock would have been like, I'm a bigger superstar than him. Fuck movie star. I'm a bigger superstar, period. And as much as I love The Rock, and I do, the last couple of years he's done pissed me off, and that's a lot to do with wrestling, but just in general, like, he's not a good person, even though he puts himself out there to be. That dude's a conniving snake, and I respect that because sometimes I am too. I digress. That's too. Oh God. All right. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. I apologize. I don't really, but seriously, that's what that is. All right, real quick. Rob has been feeding me information coming live from the video game stuff. We got a Wu-Tang game coming out, cooperative action RPG. I'm with it. And they showed off Resident Evil 9. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm glad that I'm doing this now, and then I can go back to watching that shit later and just get to the trailers themselves.
Would you like to know more about Resi 9?
You know what, Rob? Fuck it, drop it. Why not? I tried to make this go under 2 hours. I was on par. On par. We're only an hour in, but go ahead.
Well, there's 3 big things.
Uh-oh.
It's officially called Resident Evil 9 Requiem.
Oh.
They gave us a release date, which is fucking crazy. February 27th of next year.
What?
And yeah. The first time we're officially seeing it, we're getting a release date. And I think possibly the most hyped thing about it, it looks like it's going back to Raccoon City.
What?
It looks like it's going back to Raccoon City. We don't have a confirmation on the main character or anything like that, but we have the name, the official release date, and a possible premise.
Oh my god. So they showed a trailer, or it was just like an announcement? They showed
they showed a whole trailer. And you see Raccoon City.
Okay. All right.
What's left of it, and the crater.
Okay. All right. Let's get to some comments. Oh my god, I hurt the heart. Anthony, why? Well, Anthony says, why do you say Gareth would never do a Street Fighter movie? Because the game's all about martial arts? No, because I just don't think it's his type of movie. It's not up his alley.
It's not his tempo.
Exactly. Bullet dodged, in my opinion, because if that movie was successful, they would have called for Zack Snyder to be creative head of DC instead of James Gunn. I don't necessarily believe that because they had him as the creative head, Zack Snyder, and it did not work. And again, yeah, there were a lot of things like his daughter committing suicide. It was a terrible fucking tragedy, and I wish that upon nobody. So that really does suck. But BVS also sucked, and that was before. So I'm just going to say. Anthony says, honestly, it would have been interesting, though, to see Michael Bay directing a Superman movie, and I don't think it would have been a sequel to Man of Steel. I do, only because of my spiel about The Rock, because there's no doubt in my mind that The Rock was not behind that, especially because he's worked with Michael Bay during that Pain and Gain stuff. So, yeah, he had his hand on the pulse. Anthony says he doesn't necessarily need to do the script for the movie. He could direct all the action sequences and have a co-director for the writing for the scripts. I don't believe that's going to happen. Oh, hell, there'll be a script definitely from someone else, but yeah, Michael Bay's doing everything. It's funny, I should say, James Gunn's using All-Star Superman and Superman for All Seasons as influence for his Superman movie. Yeah, Superman for All Seasons, definitely. I see that. That's a great. And then, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the second greatest superhero outside of Gotham City. Spider-Man says, Requiem, a.k.a. Resident Evil 9. That's actually really good. Was a nice trailer. Fuck. I'm not gonna watch it until I finish this show, but I am gonna watch it.
Is this like just like how we getting this information? Like, is it like I thought
there's a show going on right now, Summer Games Fest, and all of the big announcements are getting like tossed out right now because the show's winding down. I think
Nintendo Kirby game, please.
You're getting Kirby Air Riders basically 2. You're fine.
Yeah,
we need more Kirby.
No, we need more Metroid.
Kirby.
No, you know what we need? We need more Del Toro.
Oh,
thank fucking Christ! Hell yeah, here we go.
Oh.
It's alive! Alive! Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters and siblings. Netflix had their ta-dum thing happen last Saturday or Sunday, whenever it was. And this segment was supposed to be for last Friday, but then it got switched and said the trailer wasn't dropping until Saturday. So it was happening Saturday. And this trailer, along with a whole bunch of other things, Alex's favorite anime, One Piece, apparently got this little dog with antlers thing popping up in it.
Don't dish shopper like that.
Whatever. I don't know. That show's 1,000+ episodes. I'm never watching it.
You say You say this until you watch a couple episodes. Trust me, I'm addicted now.
I watched a couple of episodes when it first aired, way before you were born, and I said to myself, "Nope, not my style." That the Stranger Things is coming out at the end of this year, and they're dropping. I thought it was going to be single movies. Actually, it's like 4 episodes on Thanksgiving, 3 episodes on Christmas, and then like 1 episode on New Year's. So that's it. And that's a wrap. But all that shit aside, I believe in my heart of hearts, the star of the show was Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein trailer. So I want to ask you guys, and I'm going to start with you, Rob, because I think we were really looking forward to this shit for a very long time. What was your take on this trailer?
I mean, I knew I was going to love it going in because Uncle Guillermo is my favorite person in all of movie making. He just is. And knowing his penchant for making movies about monsters with more than a bit of a sympathetic twist to it, it's like, okay, what monster better than the one that really didn't want to exist, doesn't want to exist, hates that it exists, the loneliness, the whole 9 yards. It's like Frankenstein. It's like, yep, this is gonna be peak. And I sit down and I watch this trailer where fucking ice, you see fucking horses frozen in place, fucking Iceman coming through that shit, blowing on your Pepsi or your Coke, make it cold. No, he's gonna do it to your horse now. And bro, this shit, like this right here, Victor, bro. My nuts have never dropped quicker than they did when I seen and heard this shit. Not to mention, not to fucking, completely disqualify everything else that's going on, the sets look like they're going to be beautiful. Probably on par with Crimson Peak, which is the best thing about that movie. I'm sorry, Uncle Guillermo, it's your weakest film. I'm sorry. But I genuinely cannot wait. Because I know the man's work. I love the man's work. I know how the man operates. And I've been following every little bit of social media posting he's been doing since they were fucking location scouting years ago. And bro, this is going to be a pretty movie. This is going to be a fucked movie, I believe. And I think it's got the possibilities of being one of his best because Pinocchio was a passion project. This is his passion project. He loves Frankenstein. So the trailer, it instills the hope within me beyond the obvious hype. And I genuinely can't wait. And I will be going to a theater to see this. Fuck Netflix.
Oh, is it coming out in theaters also? I didn't know.
Yeah, Uncle Guillermo basically said, yes, it's coming out on Netflix, but there will be a theatrical run for it, just like they did with Pinocchio.
I'm going to the theaters to see this movie.
Absolutely.
Yep, and I will give you my reasons why in a minute. But Alex, what do you think about this?
I've never been more rock hard for a trailer in my entire life until this one because I love Guillermo del Toro. Okay, I haven't seen as much of his catalog as I need to, but I know he's, again, Pinocchio made me cry. A lot of tears, actually. I had to drink like 5 bottles of water. But it was so like, it reminded me of Robert Eggers' Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that movie. That is one of the films of last year. And the fact that it's like we're getting like this film from Del Toro, I was like, bro, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. It's just it's Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein. The tale's old as time. It's Frankenstein. Like what? Like this is gonna be like, I guess, like one of the best movies of this year or the best movie of the year. We'll see. But it's like, he's alive now. He's alive now.
Oh,
God. But yeah.
Games.
Dude, I saw this trailer like literally a couple days ago, right? I was a couple days late to watching this trailer, but when I saw it in my feed, my jaw hit the floor. Like, I was vaguely aware that he was working on Frankenstein, but like, I didn't think he was this far into it or anything like that, that it was trailer worthy and all that. And it looks amazing. And I cannot wait to see what he has cooking, right? Especially with what was that actor's name who's playing Victor?
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Oh,
Dude, I fell in love with Oscar Isaac's acting with Moon Knight.
Um,
And I
really?
feel like he can bring that Moon Knight energy to Victor Frankenstein. And I feel like Guillermo del Toro is going to bring that out of him. And it's going to be freaking amazing. And we didn't get too many glimpses at the monster. So I'm very excited to see what Guillermo del Toro's adaptation of the monster is going to be. Because I don't think it's going to look like the Boris Karloff traditional Frankenstein's monster.
Agreed.
I feel like it's probably going to be closer to what Mary Shelley described in the book.
And the book is a heavy, like, I'm pretty sure Uncle Guillermo said that it's like his Bible. So take with that what you will.
Yeah, dude. Like, this is exciting. This is exciting. This is basically on par for me with what Nosferatu was last year.
That's what I'm. Listen, I didn't set up for it at all, but Luke Besson dropped a trailer for his Dracula today or yesterday, and oh boy, oh,
I gotta watch that.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I was in. I was like, okay, but it wasn't this. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I've said this shit a million times on this podcast. A couple of my brothers here knows and my sibs know. I'm a Frankenstein fanatic. Like, when it comes to the classic Universal monsters, and I know that's not Frankenstein's origin. I've read the Mary Shelley book and I love that fucking book. But when it comes to Frankenstein, he's my second favorite like monster out of everything, because I love the Creature from the Black Lagoon. It is a bias. I may be half reptilian. I don't know. Right? Godzilla, Creature from the Black Lagoon, anything that's got scales, I'm in. But Frankenstein, that misunderstood creature, like Rob said, the thing that didn't want to be here yet is brought back to life in agonizing pain if you look at what they do. Like any version of Frankenstein. I love it. The trailer got me hyped as soon as the shit was set in the fucking Arctic. That's it. That's all you have to do. The original never did that. The original Universal movies never went there. That's Frankenstein, motherfucker, be in the Arctic, man. That's literally like the last will and testament of Victor Frankenstein, which I love because he's dead there. The monster comes and gets him. I love that. Oh man, like everything they were showing. Rob wasn't lying. Victor. Oh, the fact that the monster talks. Oh,
yeah,
man, I love it. Those old Boris Karloff movies, I shit you not. People be like, those are cheesy. No, they're not. No, they're not. Watch those movies. Maybe towards the end, they kind of fall off. Ghost of Frankenstein, you could make an argument with. I think that's the one that Bela Lugosi played the monster. But even that was not bad. But the original, and don't get me started with Bride of Frankenstein, because listen, Mia Goth is in this movie, and is that not Mia Goth right here? Is that not Mia Goth?
I can't tell.
I can't tell either.
I was looking at pictures of Mia Goth and looking at pictures of this poor girl in a casket, and there's only one thing you can believe. That's Mia Goth about to become the bride. Oh my God, they're going to do it. And I cannot wait for it. I am all here for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure The Bride was part of the original novel, so.
I think it was. And I think Universal split it. The Bride of Frankenstein is a fantastic fucking movie. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I could not believe watching them for the first time as an adult where you can understand everything. Fucking beautiful movies. Beautiful. But now in the modern age with Uncle Guillermo talking about, I want to make this, give it to him. What was the worst thing Uncle Guillermo del Toro has ever done? You know,
Probably Crimson Peak.
Probably let
Yeah.
Pacific Rim 2 happen.
I mean, the man can take a genre, flip it on its fucking head, and say, "Here you go, Pacific Rim."
Even his worst movies are still really entertaining.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. You know what? No. I'm not going to say Crimson Peak. I'm going to say Mimic because the Weinsteins fucked him on that. So I will say
Fair.
Mimic, not Crimson Peak.
Okay, that's fair. You know what? Nobody knew who Uncle Guillermo was when Mimic came out because
It's
I
true.
still like. And Mimic is disgusting. Yo, you know what? You're right. I hate Mimic. Fucking giant cockroach monsters. No, thank you. No, I lived in New York. All right, I'm born, raised in New York. Great state, under tri-state altogether. No, thank you. You know what, Uncle Guillermo? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself with that bullshit, making me scared. I was already had a phobia of giant cockroaches, and now you go and bring like. Sorry. Damn, Rob, why you brought that back up? Fucking shit.
I'm sorry. I forgot.
I got to go to therapy again now.
First time?
No. But nah, man, this right here, bro. What Guillermo del Toro is doing, and what I love is that he's able to do it.
Mhm.
This trailer seemed like there was no restrictions. And that's what I love, because someone like Guillermo del Toro needs no restrictions.
Absolutely.
You cannot handcuff this man.
No.
Oh, just let him go. And when you do, you get. I mean, look at this. Like, look at this casket. Look at this. This is literally Padme Amidala when she's being brought across Naboo in the end of Revenge of the Sith. But like, better. Look at this casket. Look at what. Oh my god. Look at how stylized
It looks amazing.
the black juxtaposing with the white, juxtaposing with the red, juxtaposing with the poor dead girl. My God, I cannot wait for this. When is this movie coming out?
November, yeah.
Yeah.
Come out sooner.
I wish it came out on Halloween. That would have been great. But
Yes, it would have, but I would have been so mad because I got Halloween duties to do. Look at this thing. Oh my God. Look at this Resident Evil shit right here. This fucking Jill Valentine spider on the chest looking thing, but in Guillermo del Toro style. This shit looks like a 9 Inch Nails video from the fucking 90s. I'm with this.
Downward spiral type shit. I agree.
yeah, this imagery right here reminds me a lot of the Frankenstein imagery from, funnily enough, the old Van Helsing movie, if you remember that one.
Oh, I love that one.
The Hugh Jackman one?
Yeah, the Hugh Jackman one.
Yeah, I agree.
With
Honestly,
that
man,
art direction. And hell yes, I'm for it.
I wanted to touch upon that because it was you, Gam Gam, who talked about, or was it Alex who talked about the size of Frankenstein, that heaviness of in the original novel. One of y'all talked about it.
I think it was me.
So yeah, you're spot on, absolutely spot on. That's one of the things I loved about some of those later movies. For instance, that movie Van Helsing. That's a big Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, he's a big boy.
That's a big boy.
cool design too.
What else? Victor Frankenstein with fucking Harry Potter and Professor X. Oh, why am I drawing blanks? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I don't
Alan Rickman?
Not Patrick Stewart, and no, Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe played Igor.
He did?
Yes,
He did?
Yes, and young Professor X from the X-Men First Class movies. Why James McAvoy was Victor Frankenstein. And they did this. I swear to God, they did. You remember when my God.
Yeah.
Remember when they did like Bullet Time or whatever, Sherlock Vision, whatever the fuck they called it in those movies? Remember Guy Ritchie did that stylistic shit so he can see everything and move fast? And they didn't specifically do that, but they kind of did that, like Victor Frankenstein, because that was like the norm for those types of movies at that time. So like Victor Frankenstein was this just like agile, I can beat you up type of dude. But he also was a crazy, psychotic, mad scientist. God, y'all never seen Victor Frankenstein? Movie night! I love that movie. And me and the wife just recently watched that. I think it might have been in October of last year. We were going through the fucking motion. It was because we were doing a Frankenstein kick. And I was like, yeah, no, we got to watch this. We got to watch the Frankenstein Theory, which it's one of the greatest found footage movies of all time. I love that movie. So yeah, we got to do it. It's a fucking fun movie. And that Frankenstein is another big, monstrous behemoth. And you only get him at the end. But yeah, it's all good, man. I mean...
Have you seen the one that conquers the world?
My brother is... listen, Frankenstein Conquers the World is the biggest and, dare I say, greatest Frankenstein. And I just want to shout out my favorite toy company. If they would have ever happened to make a Frankenstein in a reaction line, I'm going to buy 12 of those things. You know it. I know it. Everybody got a Christmas gift from me that year. I think it was 3. Sorry, y'all. My brother was texting me at the same time. I love you, bro. He's probably watching the game shit, and he's probably going to be like, did you see Resident Evil 9? No, not yet. Shut up. Sorry. I got to save my voice because I got something brewing, and it's going to come. And it ain't down in my genital area. I tell you.
It's such a fucking... My humor's so dumb. Why did I laugh at that?
You know what he's doing, right? He's feeding my ear. You guys are fucked. He's on every week now. Let's get to the comments before we switch. But no, honestly, Guillermo del Toro and Frankenstein to me is just a match made in heaven. Mm-hmm. And I thought Guillermo del Toro and Hellboy after Blade 2 was a match made in heaven. I had no idea. The man is an absolute genius, an absolute visionary. And at the end of the day, whenever we do our big, director discussion, Guillermo del Toro deserves all the props in the world. And because of the nature of his movies and what he's able to accomplish, I personally believe he should sit at, if not the top of the table, not the top of the table, but at the top table. He should be up there with the greats. Absolutely. He's just that person. I love
Agreed.
Him. And I can't this fucking movie. God, I didn't know it was coming out in theaters. I'm so buying tickets.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta buy tickets.
Okay, here we go. Let's get to all right. My man Anthony, who is the MVP of the chat tonight. Sorry, Spider-Man. Oops. Tell me the greatest superhero is not Spider-Man or Batman or Superman. To me, it's Black Panther. That is a very...
Black Panther's awesome.
Can't even fucking argue that. Black Panther is dope, especially one done right. Rob, did they release a new trailer for the game they've been promoting on YouTube? Mind's Eye. No, listen. Let's never mention Mind's Eye again, all right? Until maybe next year we'll come back to it because that's one of my most anticipated games. And then I found out the other day it's 30 minutes long. I'm not fucking with it. Not yet. To be honest, when they announced that Dark Universe, I think Guillermo should have been the one in charge of that whole universe for Universal. Absolutely.
Yeah, but also no, because I would not want Guillermo to do the Universal monsters unless he had full, uncut, 100% control over what gets done and how. And if they fucked him over on it, I would have dropped it hotter, quicker than a fucking baked potato.
Pile of shit.
If you're going to give him access to monsters like that, he needs full control. And if he doesn't have it, I don't want it. That's all there is.
I ain't mad at you. Anthony, if you guys actually read the original Frankenstein book, Frankenstein is not the villain, it's the professor. It's the doctor indeed. Yes, that's true. That's true.
Yes.
The creator. If you guys read Frankenstein book, Victor Frankenstein is the professor, not the... Yeah, listen.
We know.
Anthony, I'll be honest with you. We are all of age. All right. I should really vet these comments. All right. And all right, Anthony says, yes, this is Mia Goth. The Bride is coming. I cannot wait to see it. If Uncle Guillermo had full control of that dark universe, of the dark universe that Universal had announced a few years ago,
probably, but not in the way that maybe.
Can't remember where I saw, but if they're thinking of redoing Van Helsing, not going to happen. They're going to do it as a streaming series for either Shudder or Apple TV. There's already a Van Helsing. It's a girl. It was on Sci-Fi, and it was awesome.
I did not know that.
Yep, she got a gun. Is it Van Helsing?
Oh,
yeah, I think it is. It's like a modern day tale. She's got a super gun. It's awesome.
Sick.
Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows. Yes, all that shit. All the Sherlock Holmes stuff. Oh my God, where am I right now? All right, I know. When I say that, I mean, aha. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's talk about it. In possibly one of the worst things I have ever created. We're gonna do it here. Yeah, I just want to apologize in advance. When I was putting this together, I was rushing. So here's the next thing. Bam!
Good Lord.
New distribution rights. It's time to talk toys.
There you go.
yeah, I know that. I know toys.
It's time
Sometimes.
to talk toys. Rob, I'm gonna
Yeah.
start with you since you know you're the man and you have more knowledge. I'll put it like that. What I tried to do here was make a NECA figure, a higher figure, and something from Diamond Select. I think I succeeded. I don't know. You tell me. Rob, what the hell's going on with this?
So Diamond Select or Diamond Comics was recently, they applied for essentially bankruptcy, and NECA came in shortly thereafter and is essentially going to be picking up all of the IPs and everything that Diamond was distributing, and they are essentially going to finish what Diamond Select started, and they are just going to continue distributing figures from like everything that Diamond had control over, including Hiya Toys. So, I mean, personally, I think they're pretty goated for this because Diamond Select was rather fucking huge, and I think they had a lot more than people realized, not as much as they might have overthought. But them doing this and them having the power to put, a lot of Diamond stuff into more stores, more of Hiya's stuff into more stores, hopefully physical stores. I think this is a really great thing to happen. It's sad that Diamond went under like they did, but this is one of those moments where it's like, okay, NECA fumbled the ball more than once when they had Godzilla, but now they're kind of like coming back for that redemption run, and they're distributing Godzilla stuff again. They're not making it. They have nothing to do with Hiya. They have nothing to do with Diamond. They are literally just distributing. They don't have the rights to nothing. We're not going to see the NECA Godzilla line come back. Keep dreaming. No, this is just business. This is distribution. They're doing a great thing, and we can give them credit for at least that.
So you're saying
no internal NECA things, but like still NECA had Godzilla again in a way.
That's
in a
what I'm
way,
saying.
Cool.
So you're saying that I don't have to worry about getting a shitty NECA figure anymore, but thanks to NECA, I could get higher Godzilla figures.
Yes, absolutely.
This is a win. This is a
easier
win situation. As JR coming from the gulag says, NECA is the man with this. They can get it in our hands way easier. Listen, the reason why you're in the gulag is because you put it in your hands real easy.
Oh.
Sorry, that was a bad joke. Terrible joke. But he gets it.
This is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man comes in and says, "This is good for smugglers like me." I knew it. It
Don't
wasn't
gossip about me.
clothes and those webbed backpacks. You dirty rat. You killed my brother. You dirty rat. Ooh.
You
Kill my
dirty
father.
rat.
Die.
Alex, what are your thoughts on this?
Yippee, more Haya figures. I'm gonna be honest, for a quick nanosecond, I'm just like, so are they really just gonna just slap their logo like right next to Haya's, be like, yeah.
Oh, is that how that works?
I don't
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I don't think that's how it works. I think they're literally just taking the boxes and then putting them on their trucks and then putting them in stores.
Yeah, I'm glad we're getting, I guess, easier access to Haya figures. Because the only times I ever see a Haya figure, if it's in like a toy store and it's like something that not everyone's picking up, or like, I'm just happy we're getting like an American distributor, and because of the theirs or something, I don't know, but this is awesome. I'm excited to get I'm excited to see what where NECA is going to place these figures. If there's like, if you could just go to like the collectibles part of Target where you see their figures and you see Haya, Godzilla, or Kong, or whatever.
Yeah, JR hanging upside down from his feet says, but they can get into Target, Walmart, Best Buy, etc. Gams, does this make things, as a former Walmart worker, does this make things easier for the masses to get something like harder to get Haya toys? Let me ask you
Yes,
this.
absolutely yes.
Would-
If they can, if they got this deal with NECA, we're going to start seeing Haya toys in places like Target and stuff at maybe like a $10 markup at most.
So you're saying that's what I want to ask. So you're saying that I would be able to get a 1991 Haya King Ghidorah at like Walmart or Target?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
probably,
Maybe.
possibly, even.
Perchance.
So was that not a thing before this? Like,
No,
wow.
No, you'd have
to go to specialty toy retailers like Big Bad Toy Store or stuff like that.
or
Oh.
the occasional FYE. I've seen highest stuff in FYE occasionally. Like,
Oh.
you really had to go to some place that knew that these things existed, like a
Oh my
comic
God.
shop.
Wait a minute. Yo, listen, hang on. What? It took till Friday yapping with my fucking bros to it finally hit me. So you're saying I don't have to go to my local toy shop anymore to hope for Haya?
Yeah.
What? Stop! Mr.
Like
Jr.,
it's definitely going to be in your local toy shop.
we're going to
1000%.
Walmart every fucking weekend. I'm
Like
going
that.
on a toy hunt.
Yeah, I'm
fucking
guessing
day.
if this is a thing, it's going to be in those specialty sections where they keep the other NECAs and stuff like that.
Yep. Where Uncle Todd figures be, because that's where I go. Like if I go to Walmart, they're not in the toy aisle anymore. Where they used to be, they're all in the specialty section. And the specialty section is usually where the video games is, the records are, and the Dragon Ball Z figures. Because
Yeah, and that's where they're keeping those Bandai action figure series Godzilla figures by Bandai.
Yes, that's exactly where I've been getting my Uncle Todd figures, where I got my Bandai Godzilla figures. Yep.
Has anyone seen the was it the 89, 91 Godzilla?
The only one that's at my Walmart is the 2004 Godzilla.
I've seen -1. I've seen the -1 and like everything else. I'm kind of like eyeing that, like, it's 89, right? Am I like stupid?
No, it's 89. That's the Heisei Godzilla. That's part of that action figure series.
Yeah, I can never find it. Like it's not, I know
that's
it's on
91.
Oh, it's 91?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
91.
JR
Okay.
says Haya everywhere. So literally, if Toys R Us was still a fucking thing,
It is.
be a well, you know what I mean.
Not Toys R Us through Macy's, all right?
Jeffrey's still dead. I mean, like,
Unfortunately.
But if like Toys R Us was still a thing or KB was still a thing, do you remember they used to be sections?
Yeah.
Just like
for dedicated brands and whatnot. And KB Toys had a Godzilla section, and that's where I got my original Bandai America vinyls. And I missed that. I missed that so much.
Wow.
Why are you making me nostalgic for this? Why would you do this to me?
Okay, now you say a $10 markup, right? What would we be looking at in that regard?
Like I'm thinking if it's like a $50 Hiya figure, like the standard MonsterVerse Godzilla, which was like $50, I feel like NECA would put that out for like 60, so that they would make a little bit of profit.
Okay, so Walmart would charge $60 in that regard.
Yeah. Okay,
so but let me ask you this then. Walmart gets the figure, NECA puts it up $60 so they can make a 10 whatever profit it is. But does Walmart not drop and bring it up? Because the other day, a fucking Etch-a-Sketch that was like $15 is now $30 at Walmart.
Jesus what?
Christ.
Yeah, and that's because of unlimited power. Oh God, I had to do this. Come on.
Yeah, there is still that situation. So maybe it might be a little more than a $10 markup. I'm not too sure.
So you're telling me that a place like Walmart, where you could go to Walmart and everything is supposed to be, accessible. Let's use that word.
Yeah, it's supposed to be everyday low prices, but
everyday low prices. That's true. Listen to you with the motto, brother. I gotta go to fucking Walmart, buy a Hiya figure like that beautiful fucking Kong right there, and it's gonna cost me about $85. Or if they have that absolute banger of a monster 91 Ghidorah, $150.
Isn't it already 150?
Is it?
No, it's 110.
170. Fuck. I mean, look, I can't lie. I'm about buy it's bought paid for.
That's still worth it for 170. I'm not gonna lie. I like that figure. I like the look of that figure. I even like the bendy wire on the wings. I don't care.
If you haven't checked out Shin Rob's review, check it out.
Please.
Seriously. Go and fucking and tell him the G1 sent you, even though he's here. But just go check that shit out, man, because I don't give a fuck. I'm a spoiler. I had gotten a little preview earlier this week of that motherfucker, and I could not believe what I was seeing at all. At all. It's absolutely gorgeous, and fuck, I can't wait for that one. Oh.
I paid him $1 to shove his face in those titties.
I don't know where I'm gonna put it. That's the thing. I might sleep with it. Who knows? Who knows? No, I won't.
That's a painful figure to sleep with. He's very pointy.
Listen, don't tell how I said this, but so is my wife. Oh!
Hey!
She's gonna kill me. And that'll do it for this episode. I told you we come in 2 hours. All right, let's get into some of these fucking comments real quick, because I'm shocked that JR is able to get out of the gulag. All right. Hi, everywhere. JR comes in. Hi, will be everywhere. NECA Gojis used to be. Awesome. Da-da-da, Spider-Man. As will I. As the thief known as Spider-Man. Ha! I knew it. J. Jonah Jameson was right. You are a thief. Terrible, terrible, terrible. JR comes in. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to come back. We miss you. Smooches, bitch. And Spider-Man with the Dan comes back. Whatever the price, it'll probably cost less than whatever Big Bad Toy Store would charge. That's true. I gotta look at my Big Bad Toy Store shit, because I've got the Godzillasaurus and the Thorats and that Mothra from fucking oh my god, what the fuck? You know what I'm talking about. The ones I like so much. That line.
Ichibancho.
Thank you, sir. I didn't even start drinking yet. That's the problem. That's the real problem. Good God Almighty. But hey, you know what? Now that I actually know what this is all about, now that it has made sense, and as we talked about it, I love this. This is a great fucking thing. I am just kind of shocked. Diamond had this first, like Diamond Select had the distribution rights to these things.
Yeah.
And they weren't putting it in Walmart or nothing?
Well, Diamond Select isn't NECA.
Yeah.
All right.
Big company, a lot of IPs, notoriety, not so much.
Gotcha. Yeah, because Diamond Select has been around forever. I mean, isn't this, and Alex Gam, maybe you know this, but isn't this Diamond Select kind of like the same Diamond Select that did the comic books forever?
Yeah. They did like they did the like one of my favorite fucking Ultimate Venom figures. They did those really big Diamond Select Marvel figures for a while there.
I'm not talking about figures. I'm talking about comics. Isn't it like the same? Like
yes, it's the same Diamond.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Diamond, right? Yeah,
it's all the same Diamond.
So I mean,
they even did those Godzilla banks,
which I have. I have one. He's hanging out over there. Wait. Oh, wait. All right. No, I have 2, 3 of those. I have a lot of them. That's all I'm saying. I definitely got that 90-something one. Anyway, I digress. 4, definitely. This is a good thing. I am happy. I am really happy that I can now just randomly walk into Walmart and now that Uncle Todd is going under because Mattel's got everything, I could just go to the Godzilla section. Thank God. Thank you, NECA. Thank you. You know, NECA, I'm going to just tell you something. I don't like your Godzilla products. I don't like your GMK Godzilla. I hate that figure, actually. I can't stand it. I want to throw it out the window, okay? I don't like it. It's stupid, in my opinion. All right. Okay?
Which Godzilla?
The GMK NECA one. I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Oh,
but NECA.
You don't want it. You don't want it.
If no, I'm gonna keep it. You fucking
Damn it.
like that. But NECA, if you're gonna be able to get higher on the shelves in Walmart or Target, where Uncle Todd used to be with the DC stuff, then that's why I go buy your Gremlin figures. That's why I go buy your fucking Universal Monster figures. That's why I'll go buy your Jasons and your Michael Myers and your aliens. That's why I'll go buy that NECA, because you know what? Thumbs up. You know what I won't buy though, NECA? I won't buy your Wednesday. No, NECA, no. You better change that shit. Your NECA Ortega Wednesday figure is a fucking... That's horrifying. You know what? And you know, I feel bad for Jenna Ortega to even license her fucking features to that. Oh,
I feel bad for Emma Myers. Jesus Christ, it did her worse.
good Lord have mercy. What a terrible thing.
I think they look bad because they don't have the rights to her fucking likeness.
So how? Oh, so this is just like a random...
I think it's just IP. I don't think it's her likeness.
Ah, man, but if you're going to, like, try to fuck around and make it look like... Well, not look like... It's damn close, and it's fucking terrible.
It's the uncanny valley.
No, it's just bad.
All right.
It's just bad.
Well, Rob, I got to ask you real quick, man.
What's up?
Going forward with this, what do you think the future might hold, and will anything ever come of this?
I mean, I can see distribution obviously being a lot better than it has been. Hopefully that means it's going to properly stretch out beyond just online purchases. I really hope that this actually goes off into physical stores, because I think probably the worst thing about Haya as of recently has just been you can't walk into a store and get one. And if the only issue that we face as this continues is just the wait times for these things to get into the US from China, I think that's a pretty great trade-off, because nothing's better than saving $30-$40 on shipping if you're buying from China, and nothing's better than not having to wait for fucking Big Bad Toy Store to get shit in stock and just going to your local store of choice and just picking up what you're looking for. So I think that's the main thing to take away from here. We're still going to have to wait however fucking long it takes to import from China, but we're going to be running, like, we're going to come across these a lot more frequently than we likely have been as of recently. And yeah, that's probably the highest of the high points when it comes to this, because nothing sucks more than knowing that there's figures out there that you could be saving money on when it comes to shipping and just not being able to go to a fucking store and pick it up.
I hate how much I paid for Hayakin Ghidorah.
How much did you pay for Ghidorah?
Almost 200.
And you got
gosh.
You got that direct, like, INS hobby, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me check. I gotta see the actual number. I know I'm gonna get where is the app? Where's the app? There it is. I found it. Hold on. I'm trying to stall time just to
what do you mean stall time?
Here I got it. Never mind. I paid $179. That was a week's worth of work.
Yeah, well, not for nothing. It's a big ass figure with a bigger ass box. So
I mean, waiting a little bit and then like walking into a store and seeing both like Haya, like Ghidorah and cheesy Cordita Crunch, I'm just gonna be like, all right. At least I don't have to pay that an ungodly amount for shipping. And knowing my impatient ass, I actually might not, because I'm impatient.
Yeah, you're gonna order direct.
Yeah.
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the final topic of the day. And could you believe it? Look at where we're at time-wise. 1 hour, 46 minutes.
Great time.
We would have. I'm telling you, we would have. But before we get to this one, I do have something I want to get off my chest. Oh, boy. Here we go. You see, ladies and gentlemen, little movie by the way of Predator Killer of Killers came out today, okay, on Hulu, which is owned by Disney Plus. Let me tell you something, Disney Plus. Why are you going to tell me that I have Hulu on Disney Plus, yet I cannot watch Predator Killers of Killers on Disney Plus? Hulu, like literally, why? Why is that, Disney? Why is that? Why is it that I have a Hulu channel on Disney Plus that I can click and you give me things to watch, Disney? But when I type in Predator Killer of Killers, it says unlock. Unlock what? It's on Hulu. You already gave me a Hulu tab. Unlock what? Oh, I gotta pay to watch that. Disney Plus, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I'm already paying you close to $200 a year, and you ain't giving me ESPN and fucking Hulu? Everything unlocked? Are you serious? You're the worst subscription service in the fucking history of mankind. You know what? If it wasn't for the fact that I have two beautiful women in my life, my wife and my daughter, who threatened my life when I said I was going to cancel you, you'd have been fucking canceled. You'd have been done. Because there's no fucking reason I should be paying all this fucking money and I can't fucking what? You own Fox. You own Hulu. You know what, Disney? You go out there and you say all this bullshit. You're fighting for equality, and we gotta be with the fucking the people who don't make that much money. Yet your fucking practices are fucking the opposite. If that was the case, Disney, one, you bring your fucking prices down in your fucking theme parks. I'll never go back. I don't give a fuck. My wife's supposed to be going there sometime this month. You know what I'm gonna say? You ain't going. I'm not going to do that because she'll punch me. But I might be like, it's too expensive, babe. You shouldn't go. That's how you got to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Or gentlemen. That's how you got to do it. I digress. 5. What the fuck? All I want to do is watch this fucking movie. I'm a fucking fan. I'm a geek. I love the Predator series. But you put the shit behind a paywall when I'm already paying you close to $200 a year? You got to be out your fucking damn Mine.
What about the dedicated Hulu app?
What is that? What?
There's a dedicated Hulu app.
You didn't know? You knew about that, right?
Right?
So I have a Hulu app. Here's the problem. Disney Plus. Listen, sharing is caring, right? Sharing is caring. And yes, maybe I was, being lent Hulu from a good friend. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that was the case. Maybe my wife was being lent Hulu with ads. Hulu with fucking ads from one of her friends, right?
Yeah.
Now that's all gone. None of us can get on Hulu. Yesterday, a very good friend, I won't say his name, but he is a definite staple here on the G Show podcast, was like, what do you mean you can't watch it? It's on right now. Here's my info. Well, let me get on because Disney blocked all that shit. They said they would. Disney, you ain't fair. You ain't fucking fair. Matter of fact, you used to be a fairground. You turned into his beautiful amusement park. You were all about the people and having people love you and love everybody. And that was the whole fucking thing. But as soon as you start buying up everything, you know who would have fucking done this? HBO. If HBO would have bought Fox, they would have fucking done this. This shit would have been on HBO yesterday. And all of us would have been watching Predator, Killer of Killers right now. We would have seen it already. We would have been talking about it instead of me being fucking angry about it.
This is why I'm glad that I don't mind ads, and I just have the ad package through Verizon, so I could probably go watch it.
But see, the thing is, you have a package through your cell phone service, right?
Yeah.
And not everybody does. I'm paying close to $200 fucking dollars for this fucking Disney shit. And the only fucking movie you got out in the past, I don't know how many fucking years is making any fucking money, is Lilo and Stitch, and you fucked that up. See, it just drives me up a fucking wall. It's like, you can't be fucking serious that people are being charged so much and you're not releasing things, and yet you gas them. Talk about gaslighting, bro. You tell people, you can get Hulu on Disney Plus. It's there with your Disney Plus subscription and ESPN. And you go and you're like, all right, perfect. And you click the tab and they give you like 20 shows, 5 movies, and they're all from before I was born. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You can't be fucking serious. You bought Fox. You bought these fucking networks. You bought these studios. And you still put shit behind the paywall. It's disgraceful. It's disgusting. It's Disney to a fucking T. And it pisses me the fuck off. What really, really, really grinded my gears was when you sail the 7 seas, the ship I sail on did not have it yet. So I'm very upset with that.
Mine neither.
And that's the ship I trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, I trust that ship. So I was like, good God almighty, this is bullshit on top of everything. I am so fucking sorry. This is ungodly, man. You talk about fucking getting raped. Disney is the biggest fucking rape artist of all time. And he starts you young. See, that's what kills me. That's what fucking, I can't fucking stand it. I can't. They gotta recoup their money from fucking Snow White, from the Thunderbolts, oh my God, they just gotta recoup money. So we're not gonna let you see Predator, Killer of Killers, a rated R, but you could definitely watch rated R Deadpool and Wolverine, no problem. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, bro. All things should be out on Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN Plus, and just fold it in like HBO does. Like fucking Amazon is doing right now. Stop the bullshit. I fucking hate it. This is why I'm fucking furious. Because I can't watch this movie. I really want to watch it because it looks really good. And I'm a fucking fan of animated anthology shit. And it's the Predator? Oh, come on. It's gotta be good. The trailers look good. I'm so fucking excited to see this. And I can't. And I'm fucking mad. And it pisses me the fuck off. And that's all I gotta say because good God all fucking mighty.
Damn.
I digress. 6. Sorry. I'm sorry. If I didn't have to rant like that, we would have fucking definitely came under 2 hours and 10 minutes. We probably still will, but it just bothers me. It really does. And it's unfortunate. Why do you pay for these, products or so much money for this stuff and you don't get everything? And I think that is a cheap sucker fucking way that they just take people's money. And at the same time, they claim to be for the people. You're not. You absolutely not. You know what? Fuck you. This is Disney legit. Unlimited power. Fucking. All right. Disney's top moneymaker comes in and says Disney wants to hoodwink you and make things complicated for their users when it comes to Disney Plus / Hulu. Had to sail the seas to watch Predator because I wasn't trying to deal with the two. True story, Spider-Man. True fucking story. All right. Anybody here want to yap to my rant?
You're spitting facts, and you're right.
It's been pure, unadulterated, uncut, bigger, longer, uncut facts.
Like, I don't get why the 3 services are even separate anymore at this point. Just have it all in one and just charge one price,
But Disney wants your money. You got to see, Disney doesn't have enough money because of Snow White and Thunderbolts. They need more money. They need all the money in the world. If they do not have all the money in the world, then they can't make your Lilo and Stitch remake. I'll get to that in a minute.
That's unfortunate. That's all I'm saying. I'm mad. And you know what? I'm pretty sure by the end of this podcast, when I go and we finish this and I go to watch all the game trailers like Resident Evil Requiem, I'm gonna go to my ship and I'm gonna see who's on there, and I bet you it's on there. And I'm like, aha, here you are. But if not, no worries. It definitely should be there during the week, and we will definitely review Predator Killer of Killers next week. Oh man. But speaking of doing things right, Disney. Alien Earth trailer face hugs the masses. Like legit, it really did. Listen. Y'all may not like it, but I'm gonna tell you something. This was the best alien shit I've seen since motherfucking Aliens. Period.
Yeah, no. This trailer was good. I liked it.
I mean, it looks pretty good. I wanted to see Romulus, but I didn't have time, and I'm still kind of kicking myself in the boot because I hear it's like
this is the wrong place to say that, Alex.
Don't you start, because I just went on a rant. You want to talk about Romulus? That movie sucks. It's the wrong movie. Could have been a really good movie. They had everything there. Everything.
I just realized the eye creature. I don't like
and
that.
A
That's
great
scary.
Fucking set up. Perfect. And what do? Aliens, the remake. And it sucked. Wasn't even a good version. I digress. 7.
That's creepy. Oh my god, the fucking eye thing.
Yeah, so let's talk.
I want to see that in my nightmares tonight. I'm gonna.
This is where I miss Brother Chase. This is where I miss Brother JR. Because these are the things we kind of fucking live for,
Ugh.
Oh.
Ugh. So
Oh.
Hi, Cheryl.
Okay. Hit that subscribe button.
It doesn't. Yeah. Well, she's on her computer now because she doesn't have the YouTube app. Ugh.
Don't worry, none of us do. I'm always on the computer. Anyway, this trailer right here, Gams. I'll start with you. What did you see in this trailer that was like, oh my god?
I mean, a lot of it was just like the vibes, right? It had a lot of like OG Ridley Scott kind of vibes, and it's probably because he's producing the damn thing, most likely. But it's got the atmosphere just right, and it's also a future Earth. I thought it was going to be modern day Earth.
No,
So that's cool.
something. Yeah.
I like that aspect. And apparently it's not going to be just the xenomorph. It's going to be 5 dangerous species, including that weird eyeball motherfucker down at the bottom.
That is so weird, bro.
I hate that motherfucker. I have arachnophobia, and that thing's fucking triggering everything about it.
So that's cool that, you know, they're maybe expanding the lore with more species than just the xenomorph. So I'm kind of digging that aspect, you know, very kind of Prometheus-y in that aspect. And, you know, people have their opinions on Prometheus. I liked it well enough. I didn't like the sequel movie to that, Alien Covenant.
What? I thought this was the sequel.
Right?
Jesus.
But yeah, I'm excited. I like the look of the xenomorphs in this. I like the glimpses of the other alien species that we're going to be seeing in this. And I'm probably going to watch this day one on Hulu, because, you know, I got Hulu through my phone service. So heck yeah.
Rub it in. Fucking rub it in. There's a lot in this trailer that really, you know, got my attention. First thing right off the bat was the year, right? Was it 2131 or 2130 something, whatever it was,
Something or other like that, yeah.
But I could have sworn that Aliens was before that, like after that. I don't know. I gotta go look.
No, I think this is still No, it can't be a prequel, right? Or maybe it's like during the time where the Nostromo was drifting and Ridley was like asleep all those years between the original Alien and Aliens.
Or even between fucking, what the hell is that? Bro, are you sniffing cocaine on a fucking podcast?
Bro, I'm blowing my nose, dude.
All right, mute that shit. You sound like you.
Apparently, Alien Earth takes place in the year 2120. So it's a direct prequel to Ridley Scott's Alien, which takes place in 2122.
Oh,
2 years before Alien.
What? But
there's a couple of things there. There's a couple of things
there, because like
it gives
that thing's never been on Earth. So what?
Well, that we know of, conspiracy abound, right? It gives Yutani a reason to go to 426.
LV-426.
LV-426. Thank you.
Because they knew about the creature. They sent the Nostromo there on purpose, and that just like feeds into the question: how did they know about the creature? How did they know to look there? Which is
stupid David the fucking robot.
No, okay. we're getting rid of that. We are getting rid of that. Maybe not officially, but we're getting rid of that here.
Yeah, it has to be, because I saw something earlier today also after this trailer dropped that was like, you know, the engineers weren't like trying to fight them. They were running from the xenomorphs. And that engineer that we see in Alien that had the chest bursted out got caught, which is great. I like the idea, but I really love... Okay, so it's a prequel. Perfect. That's a Predator ship. Sure as fuck is.
Absolutely.
There's so much. What I love is the beginning of this trailer. All right, let me not say love. Love is that's a strong word. I liked, but I also kind of have reservations. The idea that they were taking a human and implanting the memory into an android.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That was weird. You know, I would think.
But isn't that kind of like what was established in Alien 3? Because we met the guy that Bishop was based on?
I just thought that they just created a model to look like Bishop Whalen. That's what I thought. That's how I took it.
I don't know if there was any memory sharing there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just likeness.
Yeah.
I think it's been a while.
So that's why it's weird. But I will say this. I love the fact that it seems to be a bunch of androids going in to this hostile environment. That's what it seems like. It seems like every one of these people are androids except for that one that got a face hug or whatever. But the one of the shots, and I put up here, it's on the middle left. When she puts the sword to her back and she doesn't sheath it, it just snaps on because it's magnetic. Oh, I love that. I can't lie. I was like, oh shit, I'm geeking out. That was cool. I can't lie. That was cool.
Huh? Sorry.
Yeah, but right above that image, the drawing. What is that supposed to be an alien? Is it supposed to be is that supposed to be a xenomorph?
It's creepy.
That is so creepy. What Spider-Man said about the eyeball alien.
Spider-Man.
Oh God! Please trigger my arachnophobia more. Really quick.
Spidey came in and said, "More excited for all the life forms they're bringing besides the xenomorphs." Couldn't agree with you more. And then Alex's girlfriend comes in. Understandable. Don't know what that means, but it's all good. Really want to know how much time they're going for each. You know what? That's a good point. An episode apiece? We don't know. That's a great point, Cheryl. That's a great point.
She just texted me. Okay. She really enjoys the Alien movies. I'm like, you've seen them? I'm surprised. Because she's always like, I haven't seen that many movies, and then she proceeds to see more films than I have, and I'm like, what do you mean?
That's just a sign of someone who knows what they're doing. I read the bio on that eyeball lad from the trailer. Digging into your eye to replace it is great. That is fucking horrifying.
That's horrifying, bro.
Yeah.
So instead of a face hugger, we've got a skull fucker now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep with the nightlights on tonight.
This thing's literally a skull fucker. Great.
Sorry, I hate things. I'm terrified of things with multiple eyes. That's why I fucking hate spiders.
Private Pile, I will rip out your eyeballs and skull fuck you.
I will rip out your eyeballs and skull fuck you.
You know it, bro. Full Metal Jacket, one of the greatest war movies ever made.
I will completely eviscerate you and use your gastrointestinal tract as a condom while I fornicate with your skull.
Why do I keep
what? I'm gonna skull you.
Jenkins, you know fucking what?
No, that was a Team 4-Star reference. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Rest in peace, Arlie Ermy. We miss you.
It's weird how the eye isn't just like it's like multiple instead of one piece. Real.
That's what Sonic looks like when you take his blue off.
You want to catch my One Piece reference? That's for sure. Love you.
So, there's so much, again, going on in this trailer. Look at the upper top there, next to the Geek Out logo. That is not a fully grown xenomorph, yet that is a fully grown xenomorph. Because that's a monkey.
I'm sorry.
Is that a monkey? That's a monkey.
It looks like a naked xenomorph.
Put some clothes on. Try some jeans. Actually, don't put on.
Bro is hanging brains out. He's leaping through the air and don't give a fuck.
That's so real.
That is Diddy Kong xenomorph right there.
Diddy Kong xenomorph.
My brain just processed Diddy, and I was like, what?
Let's not get into that and how I can never watch the credits for Godzilla 1998 ever again.
Me too. But yeah, that's.
Hold up. Time out.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying, listen. Yo, I thought about this shit this week. I cannot believe that just came up. I literally thought about that this week. Bro, that was my wrestling theme song, bro.
The Come With Me?
I came out to that fucking song, bro. That was my theme song, bro. And I will never, ever, ever not use that as I don't give a fuck. And I will never, ever not use that. If I was to backyard wrestle tomorrow, fucking Come With Me is popping up. I don't care.
No. You should change it to We're All to Blame.
I can't do that because then I feel like the good guy. And I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the bad guy when it comes to wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the bad guy. And Come With Me Now, especially now, is the perfect song.
Damn.
really
Damn.
think about what he's saying. Oh, fuck my enemies, fuck my foes, fuck these hoes. You stepping on my toe. He literally meant all of that. He did it. So yeah, no. I'm not gonna shout out P. Diddy. That dude is an absolute scumbag. If he is legit guilty of all that shit, that's terrible. But at the same time, I do like some of his shit, and that's one of them. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I digress. 8, 9. This shit is nuts. The alien on the fucking ceiling. They show the egg. The eyeball thing is very fucking scary. One of the things I think they did in the trailer that was really cool, that kind of subverted shit, was you see the ship flying down, and that's obviously a predator ship. It's definitely not human.
Yeah, no, it's not a human ship.
But then the ship crashes, and they show inside of some facility, and it, because of the trailer, you think automatically it's the ship, but it couldn't be, because there's numbers and human writing, like there's words that we can understand. That would not be the case if it was a fucking ship that was alien. So I love that, and I think that's why that research facility that they show right off the bat, that's what that is.
Yeah, definitely.
This show is coming out on Hulu, but it's also coming out on FX, which is a good thing, which means I will be able to watch this shit with commercials. I'm not mad, but I will be able to watch this. And I'll tell you, one of the things I love about FX is they're not going to pull punches. The trailer looked like they weren't pulling punches. I remember The Strain, which I think was Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, he had a hand in that.
Oh, I loved that first season. So I'm all for this. Legit. I am down for this show. Again, to me, this looks better than Romulus, but they can do a lot more than Romulus because it is a show. So I will give that credit there. Rob, what did you think of this trailer?
Honestly, I was really surprised. All the teasers that we got, just looked cool. I was kind of weird about the premise of the show from the very beginning. It's like, just stop. But after watching this trailer, I'm kind of fanboying out. I'm ready for it. I'm not going to get Hulu exclusively for it, but this looks like it's got a lot of room to be just one of the better Alien projects we're going to get following, everything that's going on right now. I mean, it did the 3 columns. It got me interested. It got me asking questions. It got me wanting toys, and that's all you need.
Yo, I didn't even think of that aspect of it. And now that NECA is distributing everything, we'll probably see figures from Alien Earth on shelves mid-July, considering this comes out in August.
Maybe.
If I see that eye anywhere in my room, I'm destroying that motherfucker.
Well, now that I know you're deathly afraid of that, Alex.
Watch NECA makes a figure of it.
Oh, I can't wait.
If not, it's going to be an accessory for something.
Rob, if you get that, and while I'm in New Jersey, and you put that thing even near me, don't even rings.
I'd like to see you try.
Yeah, I probably can't.
Spider-Man says they'll probably control the body too. Did I say that? I don't know. Maybe I did.
Oh, control the body through their eye socket. Oh my god.
Are you talking about the 98 credits? Cheryl, no.
Hang on, Ben. Cheryl goes, you want to watch this?
No,
Yes.
it's P. Diddy.
Listen, just do it. Just listen. Look.
I hate to say it.
That was back when he was called Puff Daddy.
Yeah,
that's when he was called
it's
Puff
a
Daddy.
fire song, but it's why.
So we're just not going to call him Penis Diddler?
All right, so let me ask you this question. Do we boycott everything we kind of dug because the dude's an asshole? He's a bad person?
Yes.
No.
I don't. I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't. If I liked something before I knew this was a bad person, I'm going to still like what I like. I'm not going to be like, I can't listen to it no more. To me, that doesn't make sense.
No. I'm still gonna read Rurouni Kenshin for the books that I bought ages and ages ago, even though the creator's a fucking creep. I still listen to Michael Jackson, and I will continue to listen to Michael Jackson.
Separate the art from
Okay,
the artist.
but Michael Jackson was innocent. It's fine.
Michael Jackson was very much innocent, and I'm glad we share that mindset. But
So
like,
was
What happened with
Pee Wee
Michael
Herman.
Jackson? So what
Pee
else?
Wee Herman was innocent from the day he was fucking born. People should
Yeah,
have left
dude.
the motherfucker alone.
I
Well
watched
enough
that
alone.
I'm sorry,
Pee Wee
what?
documentary yesterday with the wife. And I watched both episodes, and I'll be honest, man.
What?
Oh man, I was holding it. I was like, man, don't
I
you
cried
do
like a bitch.
You did you? All right. True story. And I don't know if I ever said this on the podcast. I might have not, but I'll tell you now. I remember the first time I ever watched Pee-wee's Playhouse when I was a kid, right? It was 1986. Right? I was like 7 years old, maybe 8. And I was like loving it. I was like, this is crazy. All right, this is great. It wasn't until Pee-wee said goodbye and he leaves the fucking playhouse, and then this fucking really sad, not sad, what do they call melancholy music, I guess. I didn't know what that meant. Yo, that shit just hit me in this fucking heartstring, and I started bawling. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Why is it leaving? Why is this music making me sad?
Clearly, you never seen Blue's Clues.
Innocent. Yeah, he jerked off. If he said he did, but even if he fucking jerked off in a fucking nudie fucking theater, isn't that what you're supposed to do? I don't know. I digress. I was always
listen. The most legendary thing is just your TV show going to commercial and Pee Wee Herman appearing on screen. This is crack.
I forgot he did that. This is crack.
Where did we get to that from this? Let's finish.
Shout out.
Oh yeah, right. All I'm saying is, listen.
Seriously, what happened to Michael Jackson again? I completely forgot.
If P. Diddy could be guilty of everything, he is most definitely guilty of beating up his poor girlfriend. That's disgusting.
That is
absolutely fucking disgusting.
Fuck
But
off,
again,
man.
at the same time, if somebody says, "Yo, G1, right? You want to wrestle again? Play my music," and it goes, "Come with me."
Yeah.
Yo, I'm coming out. I'm going. Let's go. That's it. That's it. All right. Spider-Man. Talking about the monkey, those dorsal tubes are pretty small too. If it's a predator ship, then it makes me wonder where the alien egg they got comes from this time. We ignoring AVP? I think we are. I think we're ignoring. If we're gonna ignore like Covenant, even Prometheus at this point, who knows? But if we're gonna ignore that lore, then yeah, AVP needs to be ignored. And I'm not mad at that at all. I like this girl. Cheryl says, evilly rubbing my hands and laughing. Listen, Cheryl. One of my all-time favorite horror movies is The Evil Dead. And the first Deadite in that movie was Cheryl. So if Alex ever says, shut up, Cheryl, I'm going to be like, don't say that like that. But at the same time, that's pretty cool. I can't boycott that soundtrack from 1998. I can't. I own it. That soundtrack is really good. From Puff Daddy.
That's Jamiroquai on it. You can't.
Jamiroquai. That song is so fucking dope. The video is in
my
the
room.
setup.
Goddamn, sorry.
That's right, Jamiroquai. Keep going deeper underground. I love it.
Please.
I know how you feel, G1. I felt the same when Steve left Blues.
Real.
Real.
Yo, this is why Spider-Man is Spider-Man. When I hit up New York and I gotta go hit up my brother Rob, Spider-Man, I'm coming for you too. Just so you know, I'm coming for you too. I can't stop listening to Smashing Guns.
Fucking cringe music.
All right. Well, listen. I knew it wasn't going to be as long as last week, and it's not. And I wanted to say this earlier in the fucking podcast. It definitely wasn't going to be as long as Money in the Bank tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to record nothing, but we're hanging out in the Discord. If you're down, Money in the Bank is tomorrow. I'm going to be there. I will be in the Scraps and Graps. I'm going to be playing a fucking Come With Me throughout the entirety of the fucking thing. It's going to be nuts. We'll just play the Godzilla 98 soundtrack throughout the entirety of Money in the Bank. That's not true. But hey, we should play like our favorite fucking songs. If we're just hanging out in Discord, we can't get copyrighted, right? I'm not.
Nah.
There's even bots you can put in Discord that play music while you're in call.
But the thing is about the Discord.
Games, you're gonna talk to me about that later.
Work.
So we're gonna do this tomorrow. Tomorrow's Money in the Bank, but it probably be on all day tomorrow because the fucking game show fest E3 Wannabe or E3 Redux, whatever they're calling it, is on. So tomorrow's gonna be fun, which means we got to get some sleep now. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, thank you. By the way, that Discord link does not work. I'm gonna kill JR when he gets out of motherfucking the gulag in Texas. I swear to God, it's his fault he put it up. And as the great one comes in, Spider-Man, I love you all. Spider-Man, we love you too. And I think I can say that with certainty from all of us to you. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this episode of the G Show podcast. I want to thank all of the guests and everybody that was joining us today out there. I'm starting with you, Alex. Thank you for your first time joining us, having a good time. You did your damn thing.
What am I supposed to do at the end of this? Do I say some sort of heartfelt?
He's never coming back. I'm telling y'all right now. Don't worry, he's all yours. Never coming back. Rob, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Always a joy, always a pleasure. Look forward to this every fucking Friday. Cannot wait for Money tomorrow.
Oh my God, it's gonna be fucking nuts. Gams, thank you again for joining.
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of nice being able to do this a little bit earlier and a little bit getting out a little bit earlier as well. We're not as drained, so this one was nice.
It's perfect because we're usually getting out of here 2 hours from now. So this is great.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Beautiful.
And ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this episode of the G Show podcast. Again, everybody here, I love you all to death. I thank you all to death. And
thank you.
We will absolutely see you next week as we get the fuck out of here on this note. Unlimited tacos!
Oh, I love tacos.
Not this taco.